Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to this unbelievable squad builder with me, boy fifa HD, where we are going to be putting together basically a team around some of the best attacking players in the Russian league, because there are some very good special cards from that league, but they don't often have the best defensive and goalkeeper situation at the moment. So I've built a really interesting hybrid team that you probably won't have seen on FIFA 18. It's a very unusual team, but actually a very effective team that I hope you guys will really enjoy. Obviously, if you do spot any areas where we could upgrade this team, any players that we could have used instead, etc., or maybe a different formation, then leave that in the comments below, as I love reading what you guys have to say. And also, if you do enjoy the video, please slap the hell out of that like button and also hit the subscribe if you are new to the channel. And now we are going to kick off. So without further ado, we're going to put in Inform Beto. So that's where we start. And what a goalkeeper this guy is. I picked him up for 16k. The whole squad cost around 150k on both consoles, which is really good value, especially with how many inform cards and special cards we will be using. And this one is a great example. Beto made some absolutely incredible saves. He's a very cheap goalkeeper, a great inform to have, good nation, maybe not the best league in the world, but still a very good goalkeeper indeed. We're going to continue with the Portuguese theme at right back, and we have Semedo. Again, very cheap, really overpowered, great going forward, makes some incredible tackles. Love this guy, great for use with many teams and hybrids because of that league and nation. He is really easy to slot into your team, and you would definitely want this guy in. He's so fast, great dribbling as well, so good going forward, but also very solid in defence. Now we move on to the first of our centre-backs, and we put in Pepe. Now obviously he has moved away from La Liga and is now in the Turkish league with Besiktas, but still a very solid card. 86 overall. Yes, he's lost a bit of pace, but 68 overall isn't too bad. You know, it means he is quick enough, but what's great about him is the fact that he has such incredible positioning. He is always in good areas to make interceptions, to make tackles and blocks, and he is a phenomenal defender on this game. Overlooked by many because of that league, but really we should be using him as much as possible because he's a very cheap defender that will not lose his price because he'll always be useful for SBCs. 86 defending overall with 80 physicality is incredible, and he performs that well in game. Now we are going to move on to another nation to sort of build this team around, and with the defence, and we put in Virgil van Dijk from the Netherlands. This card is absolutely insane. I'm sure over the course of FIFA 18 he'll probably have more special cards come out and things like that. He's already got a Footmas card out, obviously, that many of you would have claimed already. But wow, what a card this base card is. And obviously when the Liverpool version comes out at the time, you can only buy the Southampton one of making this video, but there will be a Liverpool version. It doesn't matter which one you use, obviously it is based around the Premier League and the Netherlands link for this team, so it's fine to use either. But what a card this is. He is absolutely insane and one of my go-to defenders for any team I can get him into because he's got good pace. He's able to catch people up. He is so strong. 85 physicality overall is ridiculous, and he feels it every ounce in game, whether he's in the air challenging for a ball or whether he's just using his muscle to shield the ball, get it to the goalkeeper, or just push someone off the ball and win it back for his team. He's got great defence, very good interceptions, tackling and heading. Overall, a top player that is both great at saving chances and also scoring them, because he does get on the end of a fair few from corners. Now at left back, a pretty cheap option, we have Van Aanholt. Obviously great for chemistry, but a decent player to use in the game, I must admit. 86 pace is very good, gets forward well. He's got nice dribbling, okay defence and physicality, pretty useful. Not going to blow you away, but a useful player to use and great for chemistry within this team. Now we move on to the first of our midfielder positions, and we put in Gini Wijnaldum. Now Wijnaldum, I really like this card. I have had this card from pretty much day one in FIFA 18. And while his price has dramatically fallen from what I paid for him, I think he is still well worth using as much as you can in your teams, because he's actually a very solid pick that can score you goals, create them, and chip in with a bit of defensive work too. So he's a great central midfielder because he does have decent physicality. He's pretty strong on the ball for an attacking sort of midfielder, but going forward when he's got the ball at his feet with 81 pace, he glides effortlessly through the pitch. He's also got insane dribbling at 84 and then very good shooting and passing. That just means that he is able to use those attacking attributes very, very well to create and score goals for the team, as you will have seen. Now, in the centre mid, we now go to our players from the Russian League. So we'll have to find that. There we go. And we will put in Fernandez and Farfan. Now I'm just going to switch them round actually. There we go. And we'll start off by talking about Farfan first. This card many people will use as a striker, and I don't blame them for. Even at Cam, this guy is absolutely incredible. He possesses 85 pace with 85 shooting and 85 passing, making him an absolute godsend. Now, the fact that he has 85 passing is why I use him in midfield. Many will use him up front, and you will be very, very right to do so because he is incredible with his shooting. What I like about him in this team, obviously for chemistry reasons he works well, but he is just a fantastic player to use. Very, very good going forward. And the way that I utilise him, which we'll come on to later when we look at our player instructions, is I allow him the freedom to get forward. I let Wijnaldum and Fernandez do more of the defensive side of things, and this guy is allowed to go forward as much as he wants, join the attack with late runs. He's got such incredible long shots and shot power that just arriving late, cutting back for those cutbacks, he is always very, very good for shooting from outside the box and just creating that yard of space because everyone is worried about those front three, which means that he is actually more OP in this position, I find, than playing him up front or in another area. I really love this card. I think he's incredible value, and if you haven't used this guy yet, he is absolutely worth it. Even if he's just a super sub, he is that good. Fernandez, very, very similarly, is also amazing and very, very good going forward. I use him in a more defensive role, I must admit. I let him do a lot of that defensive work because he is so strong. He's very, very good at making tackles, interceptions. He is absolutely incredible. However, when he does win the ball back, he's also got a fantastic range of passing. He's got really good pace, very good shooting, and very, very strong dribbling. So you can actually carry the ball with him. He is a great all-rounder, and again, a player that I would highly recommend using if you haven't already. And though these two especially were two of the reasons why I really wanted to get a really good hybrid in, so that I could actually build a usable team around these two guys, because these cards are ridiculously cheap and super overpowered. If these cards with these stats were in the Premier League or another popular league, they would be 10 times the price because they are that good. Now we're going to move on to our right forward position. And again, another special card. This is what I love about this team, is there's so many special cards. Half the team is pretty much special cards, which is really, really good. And Rigoni, I think is how you say his name, is another example. Very, very cheap. Obviously, the league isn't exactly appealing for most, but 89 pace, 79 shooting on this team of the group stage card, with very, very good passing and dribbling. He is a brilliant creator of chances, both for himself and for others. He plays the wing well. He's got great pace to go past people with ease and very, very good dribbling. Just a great card to use that's dirt cheap, will score you a ton of goals, and you'll have an awful lot of fun with. Also decent for hybrids as well with that Argentinian nation, so pretty easy to get into some squads if you wanted to use him in other squads other than this. Now at striker, we have another team of the group stage card, which is Coquelin. Now, I love this guy. He is really, really underrated in this game. 88 pace with 82 shooting, 80 passing and 85 dribbling. I just think is unreal. That is a great card, and I can't believe that he's only rated 82 because the stats that he has in the areas you'd want him to have are just phenomenal, and the fact that you can pick him up for around 12k is unreal, and that is why this team is so cheap yet so overpowered with so many special cards, and he really exemplifies that. He's got great work rates, high medium. He's got really strong finishing, 84 finishing in game with 83 shot power and 84 attack positioning. Means that he makes incredible runs. He can also keep the ball well with his dribbling and go past people with ease, and he finishes with a plum every single time. A really high rated card that I would strongly recommend. And we finish the team off now with our left forward position, which is Inform Promes. Now obviously there is an SBC version that's on the other side, but I like this guy because it's very, very similar. You can obviously trade this card. It's not dead money like you would have in an SBC card, and also it is on that left forward spot, or the left side at least, where you have more options. There aren't that many good left forwards from this league, so you're able to tie it in well. He's got a good nation that obviously links with Wijnaldum, and overall this card is just absolutely phenomenal. Great pace, 90 pace, a very pacey midfield and strike force, as you can see, so great for counter attacking. I find that this team tends to keep the ball very, very well. In most games I have between 55 and 63% possession on average all the time. Always very, very strong with the ball. Good range of passing in the whole entire team. Even in the back line, they are pretty strong with the ball. But just overall, it's a very, very strong team. And Promes is a really, really good player for getting goals. He's got great pace. Very, very solid shooting. Great for cutting inside on his right foot. 80 passing, he can create for others in that front line too, and also cutting back into Farfan when he does get forward, and then the incredible dribbling just makes him a very, very fun player to use. So that was the team, guys. We're going to quickly have a look at the player instructions that I use on all of the front three. As you can see, we have stay central and get in behind. We have nothing really on Wijnaldum, but on Farfan we have get forward, and we have, you know, let him do sort of minimal interceptions, whereas on Fernandez we have stay back while attacking with aggressive interceptions, as we want him to be that main source of winning the ball back. Nothing on the defenders, and then we move through to our custom tactics now, and you can see a very solid, very fast build-up play there with 80 on the speed. Passing there at 60, again we want a lot of possession of the ball. We've got some very good passes in the team. Passing with a chance creation there high at 70, crossing low there at 35, shooting there middle of the road at 50, and then we move on to the defence with the pressure at 40, aggression at 60, team width at 40, and defensive line of cover. So that was the team, guys. I hope you enjoyed this interesting squad builder. I had really good fun making it, and I'm sure you guys will have very, very good fun if you do end up putting it together, or even just using some of the cards that I've recommended. So let me know what you guys think of this squad builder. Let me know where you guys are watching from as well, because I love hearing where you guys are from. And peace.